So today we're going to be live streaming the main Pokemon event and the day itself, and as you can see we've got about 50 minutes or so to go. What I'm hoping to see within this Pokemon Presents will be obviously the new Legends ZA. I'm British, so I will be saying Z, not ZA, which is the American style of phrasing on it. And of course we're expecting the brand new Pokemon Mega Evolutions. We're estimated to have Pokemon such as Starmie as a Mega Evolution, Dragonite, and the rest. We're also expected to get certain smaller updates for smaller apps. We're expected something from, for example, Pokemon TCG. They're making quite a big deal out of what's currently on our screen at the moment, which is to do with apparently some sort of new musical style of app I've been hearing about. I don't know whether it's going to be free for purchase or, you know, whether they're going to be like a free element to it, but then you're going to have to purchase, you know, certain in-app updates. For example, if you want to hear other forms of music, is it going to be more of a historical thing, whereas you're able to access some of the old classic forms of songs, such as from Pokemon Red and Blue? Or are we going to get some of the music tracks down the line for things such as Scarlet Violet, which were the latest games? We've got only 49 minutes to find out, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm hoping to see a lot of just general information and the potential for Pokemon Generation 10. I know it's a bit of a long shot, but given that they have extended beyond the 3-year parameters, which is typically referred to as the Pokeball cycle, it is anticipated that we're going to get something along those lines. I mean, especially given that they have to confirm something soon, as if it's going to come out next year, you're going to need to build up, you know, the typical cycle is that we'll get the release of a new generation in November. Obviously they won't do it this year because the main game is Pokemon Legends ZA, but there is always the potential that they will offer that up for next year. But I also would love to see kind of what other experiments they're dealing with. Are they going to be working on additional games? Where these games are going to be coming from? If anyone knows exactly how and why certain Pokemon games kind of interact with each other. There's also the aspects, talking of which, we have the Pokemon World Championships. They might discuss a little bit about the event, given that it's only a couple of months away. I believe that's going to be in August, and that's always exciting to see. At that point they'll also be providing additional information going along with that. There's also the potential of, you know, brand new sets of Pokemon, so new Pokemon cards, but they do also announce this just normally, instead of, you know, just an as and when ad hoc. It doesn't necessarily have to be within the mainstream of the game or within any of these Pokemon Presents. They're emphasising a lot to do with Pikachu, and as you can see on the screen, we have the Pikachu which is on the discs, on the deck set, who has green like glasses, like sunglasses, and there's an emphasis on them having 2 of these green leaves. When I refer to that, I always think of that as like Pokemon Leaf Green, which was the original update to what do you call it, the original, you know, original Red and Blue. But there's also an emphasis here of another Pikachu which has a fire element to it, with shades, but these are obviously looking a bit different. They're quite dark reddish, and I don't know, that could be a new game, it could be a hint towards something, it could just be more stuff to do with Legends ZA. And you've got all these kind of unusual Pikachus that are kind of dancing around. There isn't an emphasis on, for example, male or... oh, actually there is like, you've got male and female, I believe, because the Pikachu which is nearest the front, practically just staring at the Pikachu DJ, is a female. You can see that with the love heart on the tail, whereas pretty much all of the other ones have like a thunderbolt on them. That emphasises that they're male, so I don't know whether there's some sort of link towards that. You've got little bolt signs that are on the desks, and I don't know what the stuff to do with him having all of these bits and pieces kind of around him. They've got just general decks. They have these two weird kind of poles, which I think are like generating electricity, which are about halfway through, so I don't know whether that's supposed to be any indication. And on the desk speakers themselves, we have these spinning turntable Pokeballs. When looking into this, there is a lot of speculation for other games to be introduced. Pretty much no idea as and when we're going to get these things, but it's definitely something exciting to see. And I'd love to know in the comments, or after this live stream, if you watch afterwards, what you think of the games themselves and the potential for what you're going to be looking to pick up. For me, my emphasis is I have actually been playing quite a lot of the Pokemon TCG Pocket, so I am looking forward to that news. I have been clocking up, the little Pokemon sand timers, because for every 12 hours you get like a new unlock a new pack. So obviously the more you've been able to kind of store up, the more of those packs you're going to be able to get. No idea what emphasis it's going to be on, whether it's going to be an original, Kanto star slot, which would be the first 151 Pokemon. But we had that with the original set. Remember the pack with the Pikachu, it also had the one with the Mewtwo, and it had the Charizard at the front. Those have already been emphasised. We've just recently had, as in the last month, the Eevee Evolution lineup, and that came out with all the kind of alternative Eevee evolutions. So you had your Umbreon, Espeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Eevee itself, and then you had them in various different rarities. We're likely to see something completely different to that. I don't know whether it's going to be Kalos-led, given that there is going to be an emphasis on the Pokemon Legends Z to A. That being Kalos region, that might be a focus for them, and we haven't really seen that within any of the other packs. Most of the other packs have had other Pokemon from various regions. We're just kind of waiting on that as a main series set. There's just 42 minutes to go. I'm really looking forward to this. Other involvements, like I said, I'd love to see more stuff to do with Pokemon Champions, because it's just, if that's going to be the way the competitive scene is going to be going, then it's definitely something to be looking forward to, as it will enable you to access different Pokemon without having to do all this trade swapping around, trying to train additional Pokemon up. But we still haven't got that much information as to how it's going to be looking in the future. They have emphasised that this is going to be one of the bigger live streams that they're doing. I mean, they don't typically offer these types of live streams up that often, and even when they do, it doesn't tend to be a couple of months in advance. This one has been given, like, it is going to be big. It has to live up to the hype, given so much emphasis and so many rumours around. And that's all I'm hoping, that it's just not a disappointment. If anyone knows of anything else that they're looking forward to, I'd love to hear those. Other things that I generally want to be seeing, I would like to see, outside of the Mega Evolutions for Pokemon Legends Z to A, anything to do with, is there any potential for breeding capacity? Is there going to be any sort of regional variations? That was an emphasis on the original Legends Arceus, so we had the Hisuian versions of those Pokemon. There is potential for us to have this Calisonian Pokemon if they choose to. I wonder how far they're going to go with the Mega Evolutions. Are they going to introduce absolutely all of them not in this live stream. They're going to probably leave that to the end, maybe 1 to 2. But they'll be giving you direct hints as to what's coming up in the future. And I'm also looking forward to any of the potential marketing, all of that information when that comes out. And the frustrating thing for me is I absolutely loved the original Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And I'm wondering if those things are going to be introduced, because if they're available as and when this is finished, or in a couple of months' time, I'm definitely getting them. Definitely, absolutely. There's no way I'm not getting those cards. The GameCube variations for the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm fortunate enough to have a Switch 2 as well, so I'm very grateful for that. Already have the main game. I will be getting Legends ZA when that comes out, and I will be looking forward to absolutely kind of all the other stuff. It's interesting that the Pikachu itself, they've kept it with the fire one. Previously they had the green shade, so I wonder whether they're going to have one with like the water, like a teardrop, a bit like the Cascade badge was with in the Kanto region. 39 minutes to go. The music that's playing actually is very much of Pokemon Red. I can't remember which region this is, whether this is maybe the Viridian Forest area, but it's definitely along those vibes. It's quite interesting to kind of see as and what they're going to be introducing. Wow, 38 minutes to go. That's a long time for me. I've kind of been up a lot of the nights kind of thinking of this and kind of what else is going to come to us within the next few days, the next lot of announcements. But just make sure to stick with me. It will be a really interesting topic of discussion with the live stream. I will be covering more of these in additional videos down the line, where I get to explore kind of the hidden backgrounds of maybe some of the new Pokemon that we're going to be getting. The Pokemon themselves don't seem to be doing too much in terms of, anything. You've got most of them kind of just doing this weird dancing, and that's bizarre. You've got a Pikachu which is kind of off-screen camera now, that's kind of lying down, and you've got a Pikachu on the right hand corner that's kind of just entered the screen. This 37 minutes to go. They've changed up the music a bit. That actually is now not predictable what it is. I can't actually recognise it from any of the other games. It's nothing that a hit here. There we go. What did I say? They had the grass Pikachu with the sunglasses. They just had the fire one, and now they've actually just bumped off the fire one for the water one. So that's quite ironic. Look at the super effective line of them. So fire beats grass, so grass gets bumped off, and now the fire gets bumped off by the water. And it seems to be amping up the music. The colours are actually also changing a little bit, almost opposing, because this time we're getting like green grassy vibes, and actually that's super effective against the Pikachu. So I don't know, are we going to be rotating through these Pokemon? We're getting a few additional kind of strange side shots. No idea what this is going, but this is actually speeding up the volume and the tempo, and it's definitely weird. It's a very, very strange way of doing this. I like it because I remember with it wasn't Scarlet and Violet, it was the other one. What was it called? The one Sword and Shield. That was it. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Sorry, I'm getting a bit old these days to remember each of the generations. There's so many of them. But I remember actually with one of the live streams, it was like a 24-hour thing, and it was like a forest environment, and then every so often some random Pokemon kind of like move in and out of this kind of deep dark forest area. And the great thing about that was, even though we were really just seeing lots of Pokemon kind of available as and when, there was a point where we did eventually see the, I think it was the Galarian Ponyta, which was the psychic type, just little bits of it here and there, and then finally it had a full-on reveal, and that's how we got to see that particular Pokemon. They did that with a few other Pokemon, I believe, but not to the same extent, and that's always exciting just to see how are they immersing kind of the community and how are they building up the hype towards it. The Pikachus are going insane over the music now. We're getting a lot. Oh, what's happening? We've got flashlights going on, so are they changing up what's happening? What's going on? We've got some flashing lights here and there. What's going on with this? So the Pikachus are again dancing. We've got the water glass shades, and they're kind of all vibing as they are. Okay. In terms of what else I'd like to see, with the other Pokemon in the games, if we're going to say Legend Z to A, I would like to see my favourites in there. My personal favourite Pokemon is Aron, not Aggron, Aron, just from the home region. If we get to see that, that'd be great. Or if it happens to have any appearance within any of the features, that would also be fantastic. I'd also like to see Gallade. I don't understand why we wouldn't get a Gallade, given that with the whole Mega Evolutions, Gallade had a Mega Evolution. It got that in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So it's definitely, you know, and if we've already got the Mega Gardevoir, why wouldn't Mega Gallade be in there? The music is still kind of like, you can still see the female with the love heart. They've changed up the music again. And for some reason, we've got these little thunderbolts going down. Right, so what we're looking for now, 32 minutes and counting. That's there aren't any other indications as to any. There's no real clues to anything. It just seems to be like a Pikachu dance party at the moment. We've got 32 minutes. Okay, for the little sound bars that are going, they just seem to be randomly being shown. There's nothing kind of special about them. I don't know whether there's any other clues within this. It'll be interesting to see if we do get any other, you know, clues going down the line. Just 32 minutes to go. They've changed up the music again, so it's now kind of quieter. It's kind of this, so like a relaxed theming on it. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. In terms of like, now we've got Pikachus that are kind of walking across the screen and just kind of joining in to look at the show, the event. There's nothing there that's kind of happening. In terms of like another thing I'd be interested to see is if we're going to be getting any new Pokemon moves or TMs within Legends ZA. Given, you know, every so often we get these kind of adaptations to Pokemon moves. So definitely with all the new games, we need to be seeing at least 1 or 2, and that'd be quite interesting on that respect. Okay, the Pikachus are still just dancing along. 30 minutes to go. That's... yeah, the Pikachus are definitely getting more excited about this one. Oh, I did notice something, that actually when it started using the... oh, there was something interesting there as well. Firstly, with the electricity, it does seem to be acting as a bit of a marker, because when it hits like a rounded figure, so the 10 minute, the 20 minute, 30 minute, 40 minutes, I think like every 10 minutes, it seems to power up the little sound system, and then you see the little yellow segments kind of go up a bit. Also, when it hit the 30-minute mark, it actually had like the numbers went red for a second, and we're actually seeing a little bit more activity from some of these other Pikachu that are kind of moving closer to the screen. We keep getting the repeats on some of the shots, but there are definitely like little bits of changes that are being made. As I said, look, you see the little electric thunderbolt that hits both of them. The lights go up, and we see a lot more of it. The 28 minutes to go. That's yeah, and we've got like an amped up music on us. I would play the music, but you know, given that it's Pokemon, it is probably copyright, so that there's no point in me bothering with that at the moment. Otherwise, I'd have some sort of alternative music. It's fine. It's just the way it goes. In terms of anything else, I'm just... oh yeah, there we go. Little another thunderbolts to the games. There isn't anything else that I'm kind of thinking that I want to see within the games. What else would there be? Online capability is always kind of like a must. That's definitely where I'm thinking we're kind of looking at next as the Pokemon goes into the future. I know there's a bit of a discussion at the moment to do with actually, let's pull this up. I wanted to check something quickly, and was it in Nintendo Switch 2? Was it a shareholder meeting? Okay, so here we go. We've got something from Vice. Nintendo was so successful with the launch of the Switch 2 launch that even preparing to be successful wasn't enough. So this was during the recent shareholder meeting, and actually it was something I wanted to briefly discuss. I am going to be making other videos about it, and obviously this is to do with the future of Nintendo as it kind of is. Well, no, oh, that's they've changed it. It's got the it's the there's a couple of changes here. We've got the lavender music, you know, from the Lavender Tower. So it's that dick, 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 you know, the ghosty part, and they've got a Pikachu with these electric bolt style of glasses. As I was saying, with the Nintendo Switch 2 over here, they've said they've had a pretty good go for things with the Switch 2. The system launched to massive success, and it sold about 3.5 million units just within the first 4 days. By most accounts, people are enjoying their time with the console. Yeah, NSARS on the website formerly known as Twitter took the time to transcribe recent shareholder meeting with questions regarding Nintendo President Shintaro Furukawa regarding the supply of the console as they came up. It says that the Switch 2 lottery is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. The question posed was this. About Switch 2, it was released this month and I understand that it has not been able to meet domestic demand. Is the reason for this a shortage of production units or a failure to predict demand? Are there any improvements to be made within launching new products in the future? And in response to this, it said currently in many countries the demand for Switch 2 exceeds the supply and we are unable to meet it. We understand that some shareholders have also been unable to obtain it. We started accepting lottery sales at the My Nintendo store in April. The response far exceeded our expectations and I announced in my name on X that there was 2.2 million applicants along with an apology. Since then we have conducted 4 lottery sales, but some people were not selected. We have announced that the 5th lottery will take place starting in July. Many general retailers have also conducted lottery sales. The number of stores offering in-store sales is gradually increasing. As a company, we are working to improve our production system to deliver as many units as possible. We apologise for the inconvenience caused by this initial demand, which greatly exceeded our expectations. I don't think it's so much of an expectation requirement. I think it's more of a, if we hold things back or we don't produce so much, then we're going to be having pent-up demand, which means we're going to have consistent demand, and that's actually going to help keep driving the business forward. Because if they were to have produced everything in advance, say they decided to do 20 million units, expecting that to be the next quarter, then the reality is that what happens with production? They stop production for a while, and those machines then get worn out and not used, and it actually creates some additional costs in terms of you've got staff pay that still has to be operated with, risk of damage to the consoles as they have to be stored away in warehousing, and you also have potential for machinery that is, if certain machines do need to be operated on every so often, otherwise if they fail to be working, then they'll fail to work in the future. They need some aspect of maintenance. The big N is not seeing this coming in it's interesting. So yeah, it says all throughout the lead up to the launch, I remember hearing how much effort Nintendo was putting into making sure they could meet demand, and they still don't have enough for not just Japan, but also other countries. Generally speaking, Japan has a population of about 60-something million, which is similar to where I am based in the UK. I think we've got about nearly 70 million people in our total population. But I know we've had supply and demand issues here as well. I was intelligent enough and I thought ahead of time to be able to get enough of a booking so that I actually got it on the day's release. I did get it kind of a little bit later in on the day, but I still got it nonetheless of day of release. On the other hand, there was also so much they could do considering the tariff related issues they were walking into at pre-order time. I'd imagine a great deal of their focus went to making sure they didn't have to deal with too much of it. Unfortunately, as a result, that left gamers in Japan dried up and to other countries. I'm sure that supply will get bolstered in the coming months. It does suck for them that they have to rely on a lottery system for a console made in their own home country though. Yeah, I understand that this is a part of Japan's weird kind of lottery cultures where certain things, are randomized. And so something like this, rather than being able to be like a first to buy pre-order type of situation, they have a random chance. So you could go into that random lottery and get nothing, and then someone else can go in quite late in and be the one who actually ends up getting it. However, the lottery becomes a thing of the past, and folks can just walk into a store and pick it up whenever they want. Just have a quick look. There isn't really any change to that. Oh, they've got a female Pikachu as the DJ on this, then but it's just kind of dark at the moment, so there isn't really any updates there. Let's see if there's any other thing. Shareholder meeting about I think it was like new game cards. I think there's a controversy about game key cards. So yeah. So let's just have a look at this one from Games Rant. Nintendo consulted with third-party publishers over Switch 2 game keycards feature. Okay, so for anyone who isn't aware of this, when you're going for your Nintendo game keycard, you have to physically download the data. So it's not like even when you have the game keycard itself, it doesn't have the data in it. That means you need to have the instant access to your internet connection to be able to connect to it and to be able to download from it. That has created a lot of issues because when I was downloading Mario Kart, for example, I did get the combined bundle. It took forever and a day. Like, my internet is slow as old punny, and I'm sure it took like 10 hours, some ridiculous amount of time. Put it this way, the second I got it, I pretty much just left it to kind of download. I had to do all the clearing and the storage and all the necessary arrangements for the Switch itself. Then I pretty much just put the download for the Switch, the digital download on it, and then I just got on with the rest of my day. I had lunch, kind of did my own thing, just watching TV, and then I got dinner, and then by the time I came back, oh, finally it's downloaded, which is nuts. But yeah, that was insane. Let's see, okay, they've changed the music a little, but nothing there. Okay, so Nintendo has revealed that third-party publishers were consulted regarding ideas for the Switch 2 game keycards. These game keycards are one of the most controversial aspects of the recent Nintendo Switch 2, but this report can give gamers more insight into why they are being used. The Nintendo Switch 2 was released on June the 5th, and it has been a big hit since then, selling over 3.5 million units globally in just 4 days. However, the console's release was not without its share of controversies, and physical versions of games being sold as game keycards frustrated many gamers. These cards do not contain the actual game, being instead simply a key that allows the owner to activate them. See, this is where I said that actually you still have to digitally download them, because it just provides you with a little bit of information. So the game still needs to be downloaded before it can be played. Now, Nintendo President Shintaro Furukawa talked about game keycards at Nintendo's annual shareholders meeting, which happened on June 27th. During the meeting, a shareholder called game keycards a half-baked measure and asked why so many third-party publishers use them and whether this impacted sales. Furukawa explained how game keycards work and said that the large file sizes of Nintendo Switch 2 games brought the creation of this measure. Also, game keycards were conceived as an option for publishers to bring their games to retail, and third-party publishers were consulted with ideas for selling games in this format. Furukawa did not respond, however, to whether the game keycards somehow impacted sales. Well, he's not going to do that. He's not going to first be able to... It's one of those catch-22 type of situations, because you don't know what is going to impact your sales negatively, and you'll never know what X decision or Y decision will make the difference. You physically cannot quantify that information. It is just speculative. It's nothing you can do anything about. You just have to kind of go with your gut and decide that this is the point of premise, this is what we're going, this is how we're making it. Recent reports have shown that the majority of titles selling on the Switch 2 are first-party games, despite most of the offerings being third-party titles, which is also quite interesting. Game keycards have been such a controversial topic that Nintendo recently addressed their continued usage, according to Nintendo of America's president, Doug Bowser. Game keycards were used to make Switch 2 attractive to third-party game publishers, as the largest cartridge capacity of the Nintendo Switch is 64 gigabytes. These cards help to keep production costs low and give more freedom for developers. However, they are generally not very well received by gamers. Tell me about it. Fortunately, Nintendo has no plans of using game cards for its first-party titles, which means you're most likely going to have to be purchasing a few of those kind of like mini SD cards which can be quite expensive when you think about it. While it's not entirely clear if this will also apply to games published by Nintendo but developed by other companies, it's at least reassuring for fans that some of the physical games they purchase for the Switch 2 will actually contain the game in full. Well, there we go. Okay, so how are we looking? 15.5 minutes to go. The setting has slightly changed, so I suppose that's one thing you can kind of look towards. What else was looking? I'm going to have a quick look at Cerebi, just see if there was anything on here. This came up with some information, blah, 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 yeah, accept, yeah. So here we have just this is currently called Pokemon Friends. It's a new mobile game app for the iOS and Android, and it has been launched on the Apple App Store. It's a puzzle game which has over 1,200 puzzles. Is that what we're getting as a new app? Has it just kind of released before the live stream? Okay, so here it says in Thinktown, so that's the town you're working towards, you can help solve issues by completing puzzles, and there are daily puzzles to complete. So okay, it's a way of keeping your brain engaged, and there is going to be a price on it. Oh, I just heard what was it? Okay, so we've got a Pikachu with some really strange looking glasses, and it seems to be the music for this is like the Victory Road, and we're getting kind of the full aspect of everything kind of lighting up. Okay, so the Pokemon are still kind of, yeah, as we get into it I'll explain that more anyway. Okay, so it says here currently compiling full details as we play it through. This game has paid DLC, so you can. The basic pack is £9.99 and gives 20 additional puzzles, 6 types of yarn, so there must be some sort of currency, 50 additional. What is that? Is that PLSH? I don't know what those are. Is that currency? 2 additional setups and 3 new wallpapers and more quests. There is a puzzle unpack for $14.99 worth, which gives an additional 10 puzzles, 6 more types of yarn, 40 more plush. So there was a typo there. 4 new wallpapers and more quests. Puzzle pack 2 contains 10 more puzzles, 6 types of yarn, 40 more plush and 4 more wallpapers. And of course, there you've got a little bit of information that's to do with Pokemon Presents, which is happening at various time slots. For me, it's we use Greenwich Mean Time, which is GMT, and that is based at in the UK time at 2 PM. Depending on where you are from there, it will determine kind of where you are in kind of your own timings. Okay, so 12 minutes to go. Okay, so here we have a little information on Pokemon Go. Ultra Unlock Steel and Scales event is rolling out globally. This event is the second Ultra Unlock event, which focuses on Power's Pokemon and Steel types. This adds the Honedge and Shiny Rookidee. Okay. It runs until the 27th of July 2025 at 8 PM local time. So wherever your local time is, 8 PM is the point. And you'll have more details regarding that. It's a Go event, so you might look forward to it. There's the Pokemon Cafe remix, which isn't something I was really that interested in. That has begun a special daily stamp campaign, and this campaign gives all players the outfit of Jigglypuff Summer Fun, and runs until August the 21st. If all days are completed, you will also get a Sea Adventure Entrance 1 decoration and a delivery ticket for Lapras, who is the sea captain. That's different. More information, so here we go. So the next Pokemon Go Community Day on August 30th, 2025 has been detailed. This event will focus on Rookedy, as you can see there. This event will give 25% incubator distance, plus 2 catch candy and double the chance to get an XL candy, as well as 3 hours incense and lure modules. I don't know what those are, I don't know what actually play Pokemon Go, so if anyone actually knows better, please educate me in the comments. It's always appreciated. It will also give out the move Air Cutter to Corviknight. Oh, that's nice. So Corviknight gets the Air Cutter move. You'll be able to purchase a ticket to receive a special research and the usual timed research to get one with background. Community Day runs at 2 PM to 5 PM in each local time zone. And the Pokemon Championship Series, this is what I'm looking forward to. Pokemon Company International has opened up a registration for the Pokemon Center at the Pokemon World Championships in Anaheim, California. Okay, so that's where the World Championships are. It's going to be running from August 13th through to the 17th, and without reservation you'll be unable to get into the Pokemon Center, so you do need that reservation if you're planning to go. Where you sign up, you can sign up for a drawing for a Bear Walker skateboard, a jukebox, a shiny Gyarados figure, and a black Bolt and white Flare Elite Trainer box. The information regarding the Pokemon Go event is also rolling out in Asian Pacific regions, and it's just available from 10 AM local time on the July 22nd. So actually, I don't know what time their basis is, so it might actually be running now, depending on how far they are ahead of the UK, until 8 PM local time on July 27th, and features introduction of, as I said, Honedge and Shiny Rookedy. In the games department, a new Pokemon TCG Pocket event has begun. This event is the EV Mass Outbreak. Yeah, I saw this today. Unfortunately, the one I got, ridiculous, was one that I already had multiple copies of, so it actually didn't help me in any way. But it's fine, because it runs a few days in advance. You have more than one chance of getting the actual alternative EVs that you're missing. It says here this event features a special Wonder Picks as well as a special flare during the event for EVX and its evolutions, or evolutions as most people know it as well as introducing a new promo card. It runs until July 30th, 2025. So that's also good. That's not too far away, and it does give you about a week to be able to go, at least 7 of those. Okay, so we're 8 minutes down the line. Fantastic. It's as much as it was paining me to think, what do I stream for like 50 minutes in advance, actually we've been able to fill up the time quite well, I think. We have the Pokemon Sleep event. So in this one, the latest major Pokemon Sleep event, the 2nd Anniversary Fest event, is rolling out in its 2nd week. This event runs until 3:59 AM local time on July 28th. The 2nd week features new missions as well as boosted swarms of Grovyle, Sceptile, Combusken, Blaziken, Marshtomp and Swampert. So you have the middle and final evolution forms of the original Pokemon Hoenn starters. So, Grovyle and Sceptile is for grass, that's Trico. Combusken and Blaziken is for Torchic, that's fire. And Marshtomp and Swampert is for water, and that is Mudkip. It also introduces the Festive Flowers, which allow for you to earn a special boost if you grow certain colour flowers. It also brings the Neutralizing Mint item, which removes the effect of a nature, with all the details, okay. And then you've got another thing for Pokemon Go. Timed research has gone live for the Pokemon Go Dynamax Latios and Latias Max Battle weekend event. This timed research is designed to help players prepare for the event with focus on Dynamax. Is that Ghastly? It is available from 6 PM local time until the end of the event on July 27th at 5 PM local time. So there's a way of you getting, the Dynamax Latios and Latias. Speaking of which, in the anime department, so this is also quite good. The 4th set of episodes for Pokemon Horizon Season 2, the search for Laquia has been released on BBC iPlayer in the UK, so actually that's really decent for me. As a license fee payer, I get to access that for free. These episodes contain the final part of Nico, Dalton and Roy's search for Laquia as they confront the explorers once and for all. That's great. That's actually something I can do a bit later on. Okay, 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Okay, so other news. Pokemon Sleep. There's nothing really there in terms of anything else that's of note or of merit. Okay, so here we've got something. We've got a little bit of information. This is the latest Terra Ray Battle event, so that's for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is the second week of the mighty Komoa event. This event has Komoa appearing in 7-star raids, so it's quite difficult to capture. With the fighting Terra type, it is dragon/fighting, so it does make sense. With Blissey appearing as a 5-star raids alongside it with Terra Shard rewards. As with other 7 raid battles, Komoa can only be caught once per save file, so if you've only got, the one copy of the game, that's you kind of limited to that one. In the TCG department, so this is to do with the trading card game, that day marks the release of the latest Pokemon TCG special set in the West. This set is split into 2. So you've got the Black Bolt and White Flare, which between them includes cards for every Pokemon in the Unova region, including illustration cards for each. And they'll have like a breakdown of those cards as well as what's going to happen. Speaking of which, we are expected to have for Pokemon Unite a lot of more information potentially from that. Pokemon Unite has revealed some coming changes to the game. First, to commemorate Pokemon Legends Z-A, more Mega Evolutions have been confirmed and will be released in the game from September through to December the 2nd, so there's an entire campaign for it. This is up to and actually past the release date of Pokemon Legends Z-A, given that has a release date I think in October, it was like mid-October. Unite licenses were released per month, including those for Mega Evolved Pokemon. So that's fantastic. Well, you know what, I think we'll go actually back onto the main screen. It's like less than 5 minutes, and I don't want us to miss anything. There's worst things happen, it would be actually to miss any part of, they might even, that is different. Okay, so now they've gone back and have introduced all the different Pokemon Pikachu DJs. So you have this latest one that's still on decks here, kind of is marked out. Then you've got the leaf green one, which I believe was the first version to be seen. And then kind of when they pan back to it, I can kind of show you. Then we had this one here, which was the fire version, which was knocked out. Yeah, come on. Let's go through this. And then we had the water version. And then we had this electric version, and now we've got a multi kind of rainbow coloured one which seems to adopt all the colours. Just 2 minutes to go. It's so exciting just to wait and see what we've got. Just 2 minutes. All that anticipation. Just 2 minutes to go, chat. It's so fantastic. What else? Like 1 minute and 54 seconds. And everything, all the Pikachus are just jumping up. They're all hyped, they're all hyper, they're all good to go. That's brilliant. Like 1 minute 44. Come on. Oh, everything's kind of darkening. Everything's darkening. What's going on? Just a minute and a half. Come on, Gen 10. Gen 10. Just even if there is just a smallest scrap of Gen 10, I would go away with this so happy. I was around, given my age, since the original series of Pokemon came out, actually slightly before that. I got the first ever versions of games. I have cards from the original sets of Pokemon. I have an original Machamp. I have a Hitmonchan. I have certain other Pokemon. Not in the best condition, mind, but I still actually have them, so that's always something I'm always happy about that. You know, they might not have been in the best condition, or kept in the best condition, but they're still mine. Oh, 35 seconds to go. 20, yes. Oh, they just had a sound which was like the loading screen from, oh yeah, that's the loading screen from Red and Blue, you know, when you have the Gengar and the Nidorino fight each other and then clash, and you actually see that within the starting sequence of Pokemon Episode 1, which I actually have been refreshing myself on. Oh, so yeah, this is the start of it. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Yeah, I know, they're building up suspense, aren't they? Yeah, they're not going to instantly show anything. It's very good, very clever. Come on. Come on. Oh, what? How was that? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, okay, so... Oh, I don't understand. Right, come on. That is so weird. Is this not the live stream? Just give me a sec on that. I'm going to actually go back and find the live stream. We're definitely going to find the live stream. I'm going to go back onto Cerebi and actually, worst case scenario, I'll actually go onto their one, you know. Okay, so yeah, apparently the live stream is here. Okay, so this is Japanese, so bear that in mind, that I'm not actually going to remember everything, or I'm not going to be able to translate that, but at least we've got it up, so that's kind of at least a bit of relief.
Hello, Pokemon trainers. I'm Chris Brown from the Pokemon Company International.
Okay.
Today, I'm excited to share details about the 2025
Pokemon World Championships.
Coming to Anaheim, California from August
August 15th to the 17th, yeah, that's to be expected.
Once again thrilled to welcome
thousands of trainers from around the world.
Who will battle across the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon
Yeah, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
The Pokemon Trading Card Game,
the Pokemon Trading Card Game, Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Unite. So those are the four that are going to be featured.
Trainers will receive a celebratory promo card for competing in the Pokemon World Championship.
Okay, so they get a special card.
Let's take a first look at this year's special artwork for Paradise Resort.
Nice. So they get special artwork for appearing. Oh, okay, so that's okay. So Paradise Resort, that's a special artwork.
We will host Championship Sunday in an arena for the very first time.
Oh, they've got an arena.
Those who can prove themselves as the best will earn incredible.
Oh yeah, they've got the whole fanfare.
Champions line. Alongside our competitors, we expect more than
20,000 Pokemon fans to come celebrate.
Celebrate together and enjoy tons of new activities. Each attendee will also receive a special digital code to obtain.
They're going to get a Toad School for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games. I don't understand.
Fans at home can tune in to the action via our live stream broadcast available in multiple languages. Some of these streams have special giveaways planned.
Okay, so some of the streams will have some giveaways. So that's fantastic. Even if you're just watching it, you might be able to win yourself something, some of the merch. Okay. Oh, look at that.
On this island, we want the
Oh
Pokemon
no,
I'm
not fussed on the. Oh, I hate this. I wasn't really interested in this one. It's the Pokemon stupid thing. I can't remember what it's called. It was a Netflix series that is in collaboration. You could get to see like the first 4 episodes, I think, last year when they announced it. It's some kind of, it's a little bit like Wallace and Gromit, but in Pokemon meets Wallace and Gromit. You know, they use plastic figurines. Okay, so we got 3 of the 3 Univer monkeys that are chasing a Celio. Why?
For about 15 years now.
For about 15 years now. What you been doing?
It gave me such good memories. So much
Oh, it was this old man. Why? What the? Okay, so Luxray, Shinx, Psyduck, Dedenne, Wooper, Snorlax, Eevee. Ugh, I'm hoping they just get rid of all the boring news first of all. Like, please. It's just... Okay, you've got hugging Pokemon. Oh yeah, it's Pokemon Concierge, yeah. Well, I was not fussed on that. Ugh, a new episode start from September 4th. Okay, so yeah, big deal. Just not interested.
My name is Peter Lord, the co-founder
And creative director.
Aardman Animation Studio.
Yeah, Aardman, and yeah, they are the ones who produced Wallace and Gromit.
Created award-winning stories with iconic
My
characters.
God, why?
Now, we have the pleasure
Yeah, you're
of
partnering with Pokemon. Yes, I know.
on an exciting new
Stop animation, yeah, stop motion animated series.
Some very special Pokemon front and center as the heroes of our show.
Okay, so the heroes are going to
In a
be.
region which is very close to our hearts.
What?
It will give a unique look at the Pokemon world told from the perspective.
Okay, so going to be looked at by the view of Pokemon.
Sense of character, comedy.
Think of that episode with where the Pokemon speak on that giant island, and I think that's the kind of design it's going for.
Let's have a look.
Oh, come on. Okay, so you've got a Wooloo. What the heck? You've got a Surfetched in the background. You've got what looks to be like a Pikachu, and then some. Oh, that's a Pichu, not a Pikachu. Yeah, the Surfetched. Yeah, so then Wooloo's presented with an apple that it just starts eating. Surfetched and Pichu, so coming 2027. Oh, please.
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunoma.
Okay, this looks maybe more promising.
Today's broadcast, we will be bringing you
Variety of news about Pokemon, yeah.
our newest titles.
Yes, newest titles,
In our
thank you.
next segment, we'd like to share the latest information about Pokemon.
Pokepark Kanto.
Please have a look.
Ah, is this going to be a way of us getting the original 151 Pokemon? Pokepark Kanto. The first permanent outdoor Pokemon attraction will open soon. Ah, it's actually going to be a physical thing. It's going to be in Japan. It's a theme park.
Pokemon has grown
So, oh wow.
So we wanted to make
They're actually going to be making a Pokemon park.
a space where Pokemon will always be, and where people and Pokemon can have fun together.
That's amazing.
Process to begin work on a world where Pokemon truly exists.
Pokepark Kanto can be broadly divided into 2 areas, so you've got Pokemon Forest and Sedge Town.
Live within the forest. When you step inside,
You'll find Pokemon playing together in groups.
we want the broad stroke idea of how Pokemon create and interact on the internet by
Letting them experience the world with Pokemon in it. A place where we can tell visitors, welcome to the world of Pokemon. You'll be greeted in the diverse landscape of this rich natural forest where Pokemon reside. Ah, so you're going to have like a Pokemart there. Sedge Town. So that's the second kind of area that they're showing. So you've got Nidoran, Nidorina. Here encounters with a variety of Pokemon await you. That's so different. Ah, grand opening planned for early 2026. So when?
we have a number of other announcements.
Wow, brilliant. I'm blown away by that. I want to go there. Okay, so Pokemon Go. So we've got an update for that. I was so happy to see that, by the way. Definitely going to be visiting if I can, if I get a chance. Biggest event in history, Pokemon Go Fest 2025. The max finale is coming soon from the 23rd to the 24th of August. Eternatus makes its global debut, and they've got a promo code for, is that Gorgeist? That went by too quickly. I wish they'd slow it down slightly. Okay, Pokemon Masters. Masters EX, Pokemon Trainers Assemble. Okay, so I'll finish them off. Okay, so Carmine and Sinister will begin. Oh, come on. So they're going to be coming back. You've got login now to receive 3,000 gems, so there's a little reward for logins. It's got what's that? Lapras. Okay, Pokemon Cafe Remix. Sea Adventure, Alolan, Meowth, Totodile, and Minccino also arriving one after another. And you can recruit Jigglypuff in the Summer Fun outfit. I think I already mentioned that, so that's not actually anything really. And 11 times express delivery tickets, so if you get the Lapras. Now they're moving on to Pokemon Sleep. So we've got a Raikou, an Entei, and I'm guessing Suicune, yeah. So that's the legendary trio of the elemental dogs, and they're September 2025. Is that a Flygon? Yeah, that's a Flygon, because we can just see the kind of the head of a Trapinch as well. Discover a new area called the Canyon as of November 2025, so that's the update. These are clearly showing us some of the Pokemon you can get. Trapinch. 4th anniversary of Pokemon Unite, so Latias and Latias join from August 8th.
Latios and Latias join the fray to commemorate Pokemon Unite.
It's 4th anniversary. They can quickly fly to each other, okay, and turn the tide of battle when in a pinch. They've got an Electrode Volleyball, so there's, okay, and there's a gift code. Coming soon. So you've got the that electric fighting type Pokemon. Now you've got Pokemon TCG, trading card game. That is a Mega Lucario, Mega Kangaskhan. What is that? Is that Mega Gardevoir? I thought it was a Magearna. We've got the Venusaur, Mega Venusaur EX. Yeah, it's a big thing for Mega Evolution Pokemon at this moment. Yeah, that releases Friday, September 26th. Pokemon Evolution, Mega Evolution, I think that was already mentioned. Okay. Right, so we've got a little Thunderbolt. Oh, that's a Pikachu tail in the bulb. Connect all the bulbs with one line. Oh, this is like a mini game type of thing. Is this that puzzle? No, it's not the puzzle, because the puzzle that I was mentioning didn't do anything like that. I get the point. Okay. Oh, yeah, Pokemon Friends. Make a path for the water. Yeah, these are the puzzle games. Yeah, this is the puzzle games that I was talking about. As you choose the balloon, that won't get popped. Yeah, these are the puzzle games. Connect the tracks. Yeah, and there's the puzzles. As I kind of mentioned before, the price is £9.99, but if you want like the bigger bundle, which has more of these themes, wallpapers, and more puzzles, then you need pay £14.99. I think that's the UK price. Yeah, and then okay, you get to decorate your room. So you get more skins, more rewards the more you play, type of thing. when's it available?
Pokemon Friends is a
Puzzle game where players enjoy the thrill of realization while untangling.
Every day you play is
It's a chance to untangle your next eureka moment. Okay. Ah, it's available today.
available on Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android
After the broadcast. Okay, so straight away you get to play. Ah, nice.
download it and give it a
I can't do it for my phone because it's too old. But I'm about the Pokemon main series.
a free update here to
Ah, okay. Switch to system update for Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games.
when playing on Nintendo
Switch 2.
you'll be able
You'll be able to enjoy smoother movement and even sharper graphics. Fantastic.
We hope you try visiting the Paldea region on
On into Switch 2, yeah. They had to manage a lot of the stabilization issues that they kind of incurred with them. A new Terra Raid Battle event series will kick off, okay, from tomorrow. Okay, so for one of the legendaries. Nice. So you've got the legendary Pokemon here that actually won like every week. So you can actually get the shiny treasures as Bruin.
only after it's been defeated 1 million times.
What?
Everyone will have to work together to attain the treasures of ruin.
Okay, so it's a very special kind of run on the game. And you've got mass outbreaks for grass type Pokemon, ice types, ground
And
types,
that's not all.
and you've got a new suits.
Tracksuit apparel item. So we hope you continue to enjoy adventures.
So this is a mystery gift.
Next, allow me to share some information.
So we've got some Pokemon Champions info. Okay. So Gardevoir, Hydreigon, okay, so you've got Hydrapple, Pikachu, Incineroar, Pokemon Champions.
In this title,
You can enjoy the battles
know and love
from
from the
Pokemon series on your Nintendo Switch or mobile device, so you can use either your phone or you can use a Switch.
Pokemon partners. Join the app
You can, okay, so you link it with your Pokemon home,
find new partners to battle
or you can find new partners.
Pokemon champions.
Recruiting. Okay.
You can recruit Pokemon to your team to battle alongside you.
Okay.
It's up to you which Pokemon
Nice.
Pokemon you're interested in and form a team. Then it's finally time for Pokemon Battle.
So you can either use their Pokemon or you can use your own Pokemon or a combination of both.
You can enjoy ranked battles.
You've got ranked battles that let you face off against trainers from around the world, as well as private battles,
Take on family and friends.
where you can take on family and friends with greater immersion than ever before.
Take on thrilling matches in single battles and double
I can do singles and double battles.
Finally, we'd like to introduce you to a new way to raise Pokemon that lets you enjoy battles even more.
So there's a new raising method. Training. So you've got a new training method.
Pokemon Champions offers ways to make raising your Pokemon more flexible and convenient than ever. Teach your Pokemon moves that interest you. Then
So
train
you
your
can
Pokemon to make
teach them moves. You can boost their EVs.
easily enjoy Pokemon
And you can
battles.
actually change their nature.
Bringing Pokemon Battle to everyone.
So they're making this really easy actually.
Plan to release
Coming in 2026. Okay, so no actual confirmed date on it, it's just
Last up,
2026.
we have some news about the Pokemon
Here we go.
Legends ZA game. Please have a look at this video.
So we've got more Pokemon Legends ZA. Okay, so that's clearly going to be Mega Absol. It's Furfro. You got Tostar. Come on, right. What exactly? Okay, so you've got that dark Houndour looking thing. Come on. So that's just kind of showing like costume changes. You're going into that kind of zone where you can fight Pokemon. You've got a Dragonair there, so is there going to be a Mega Dragonite? You've got an Arbok. Oh. Here we go, Mega Tyranitar. God. Is it just going on the rampage? Oh, is this going to be... Oh, yeah. That's it. They've got it. They've got the Mega Dragonite everyone was looking for. Yeah, they've got it confirmed. There you go. You've got a full-on confirmation that there's a Mega Dragonite in game. That's a new Mega evolution. Oh, yeah, we've got Megas there. There's just a few other Megas. But those are existing Megas. Takes place in the city, yeah. Step into adventure with some new friends. Team MZ.
Let's get to know Team MZ a little better. There's Naveen, a fashion designer in the making.
So you've got a fashion designer,
who aspires to become a professional
a would-be professional dancer.
Team MZ, you'll spend your days in Lumio City with this crew.
Okay, city by day and night.
Lumio City looks different by day and by night. During the day, you can explore the city and find lots of Pokemon to add to your party.
Okay.
Then, by night, you can compete in the CA Royale.
So by night you've got the ability to kind of do these rank up battles. And you start with Z and then hopefully go all the way up to A.
Battles against powerful trainers await.
You've got powerful trainers.
One of those trainers, Corbeau, is the boss of the Rust System, the organization operating in Lumio City.
Okay, so that's the boss.
Has some kind of business with the members of Team MZ. Lumio City offers plenty of ways to have fun aside from Pokemon battling too. Trainers can change their hairstyle.
Okay, so these are just the customization options.
To appear however they would like as they stroll around the city. If you've teamed up with a fur crew, a Pokemon with distinctive long fur, you can even have it trimmed with
Okay, so Furfro has its customization options, you know, that's fine.
or relax and hang out with your Pokemon.
You've got like a load of different Pokemon. You've got Roltzers there. Meet more people to broaden your adventure.
All kinds of encounters await you in Lumio City. Emma, the best detective in Lumio, will ask you to help with her detective work.
Okay, so you've got a detective.
You can find people around the city who need a hand and solve their problems.
So you've got different kind of tasks to complete.
Mabel is the acting director of the Pokemon Research Lab. By catching Pokemon, you can aid her research. In return,
You've got a research task which encourage you to catch Pokemon, and in exchange you get access to like TMs. Rogue Mega Evolution. This is it. There you go.
Some wild Pokemon have been mega evolving on their own and going rogue. These so-called rogue
Mega Evolutions.
contain their own strengths and are the very definition of dangerous.
So it's a little bit like Gigantamax battles.
Fight Mega Evolution with Mega Evolution.
So as you said, there's like the new Mega Dragonite.
One newly discovered Mega Evolved Pokemon, Mega Dragonite, has distinctive Dragonair-like features, like wings on its head and a pearl on its tail.
Okay.
While tackling rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon, you'll want an ally from Team MZ at your side, plus strong bonds with your Pokemon. This city holds many stories.
Right. That's fine. This is quite strange.
Pokemon coexist. Pokemon Legends CA.
Okay, so as it releases October 16th, 2025, I thought there might be a little bit more information than just that. Given, you know, it is like less than 3 months away. I get enrolled holding a Gardevoir Light Stone as a gift. Available to claim. Gift 100 Pokeballs until February 28th, so that's something.
What did you think?
Yeah, I'm really interested in that.
CA is releasing on October 16, 2025.
Nice.
We hope you're looking forward to your new adventures in Lumiose City. That's all for today's presentation.
Oh,
Thank you very much for tuning in.
that's a little lackluster. I was hoping there's going to be a little bit more than just that. Is that it? That's a little bit disappointing. I was hoping they were going to show a little bit more of something else. If that's it, yeah, that wasn't as good as I had hoped. I'm thinking actually it's relatively okay, and I'll actually give my kind of full response in like another video at some point. But I'm kind of more so disappointed that I didn't get really what I wanted to see, which is okay. We got one new Mega Evolution for Legends ZA. I'm excited to see the whole introduction of the new Pokemon, well, of that theme park, but realistically, based in the UK, I'm maybe not going to be able to see it, and also I also have to consider that, is it realistic of me? Right, the things I was excited about, I like the Latios and Latias for Pokemon Unite as well. But when it comes to Pokemon Go, Pokemon Cafe, I just don't play those games. We didn't even really see much to do with the new Pokemon TCG Pocket. I'd love to have seen more of that. I think they're having a new release on it. If we go back quickly, because just as a reminder, because I just want to, you know, make sure I haven't missed anything. So the whole, you know, the frustrating thing is this was about 25 minutes. So okay, right, if with the Pokemon Championships, that's brilliant. I think that's fantastic. You know, it's always good to hear the new information to do with that, especially since that's happening really within a month's time. So people who are going to go there, that's always good. And actually for those who participate, also to know that even if you can't be there because you can only ever have so many people, you still have the opportunity to participate by watching the live streams. You're actively encouraged to do so, because at random points of those live streams, you're then able to potentially enter yourself into these competitions. That is fantastic, because some of the exclusive kind of championship stuff might not necessarily be available for anyone else, but this might be an option for you. Otherwise, you might have to pay above and beyond the odds if you were to pay for something on one of these kind of like buyer sites like eBay or whatever else. When it comes to Pokemon Horizons, oh no, this is the Pokemon Concierge, which is a combination of Arden Studios, which is actually UK based, and they did produce Wallace and Gromit. A Cheese Gromit, you know, it's that one. That I don't really have much of a say on. It's fine if that's what you're interested in, but it's a combination. It's kind of like them, Arden working with Pokemon, that working with Netflix, so it's kind of like a three-way. It benefits them all. Not really that fussed on it. I'd rather a new anime of some kind than these kind of Claydol type of things. It's just not really for me. It's just not my thing. And it's nice to see the guy kind of explain himself, but you know, he does his job. He does his, you know, he likes his work. That's fantastic. And then you've got this little sketch thing, which is probably part of the whole collection, similar. The Poker Park Kanto, which is, if anyone is going to do well from this type of thing, you know, is actually going to present it well, that is definitely going to be Japan. They are known for infrastructure projects that happen to be some of the best in the world. They're efficient, they're effective. You've had different things of this before. They're very well rehearsed. They have the knowledge, the foresight and the planning to get everything like this done. And I am certain it is going to be very much a success from their point. It is going to work absolutely brilliantly. Only concern is that it's going to be, you can only ever have so many people go to these attractions at any one point. Not only is it going to be extremely busy at all points, but actually it's something you're going to have to commit a certain amount of time to go and do, because if you don't, then you're not going to be able to kind of really go there. I would say in terms of the holiday time, you're going to need to be booking at least a couple of weeks to be able to visit and see multiple things. And also they're going to be wanting a return on investment, which means it is going to be very pricey. If you think of it this way, look at Disneyland. The food is bad, but they have all the attractions. Is that necessarily going to be the same for Pokemon, or are they going to try and maintain a certain level of quality? And also, what are the prices of the hotels? Because if you have a hotels in those areas, which I'm going to assume they're going to actually have hotel infrastructure in the parks themselves, but also in the immediate kind of like surrounding area of the Kanto region, which it's a real region, those prices are going to go up, especially over the summers. You know, times where people, kids especially, remember this is a franchise for children, that is going to be too much. They're not going to be able to afford that. In the cost of living, people aren't able to spend as it is. You extend that further and it's just going to be an absolute nightmare for anyone to be able to get to. Realistically, it's a lovely idea and it's fantastic, and I hope it does the world of good, but I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have to kind of really save up for. And I imagine, you know, sometimes the best time to go for these things is when they're shiny and new, and if you're going to have to wait a few years to kind of save up for it, then I'm afraid it might not be quite as good as you'd like it to be. Right, so let's see what else happened here. So we've got the Pokemon Go Fest. Again, Go Fest wasn't something I really was interested in, but you've got the Eternatus there, and you've got another few Pokemon that you can kind of okay, so like I said, you've got the whole Mega Evolution stuff. Well, let's go back into it quickly. So yeah, you've got the Eternatus.
Pokemon Go Fest 2025 finale is coming.
Oh, that's it. There we go. So that's kind of like the different Mega Evolutions that they had. I wish they kept it on the screen longer for me to see. So we have the Toxtricity there. We have the Mega. We've got the Gigantamax version of the Butterfree. The same for the Snorlax. Same for the Gengar and the Lapras. So this is 23rd to 24th. So if that's something you're interested in, by all means go for that. When it comes to the accursed Pokemon Masters EX, so you've got that there, you've got Carmine and Sinister, that's going to be introduced, and so that is coming. And then you've got the login details and, you know, login bonus. You've got the Pokemon Cafe. You've got these, you know, this whole event thing to do with the kind of new area that you can kind of work towards, and it's showing the legendary dogs. You've got Pinsir, you've got Snorlax, you've got the Wooper for Pokemon Sleep. The whole kind of like, and then you've got these whole new trading cards. So for Pokemon Evolutions, you've now got, it's showing you 4 different Mega Evolutions. So you've got the Mega Lucario, you've got the Mega Kangaskhan, the Mega Gardevoir, and the Mega Venusaur. Obviously, there'll probably be the rest of them that's going to be in there. What is it? You've got that whole Pokemon Puzzles game, which is that app. Again, they didn't really show you the price, but from what I just saw, it's basically $9.99 for the less advanced version and $14.99 if you want kind of like the bigger bundle within it. That's okay, not really much of an opinion there. If you like those types of things, then that's great for you. If you're not really that bothered, then also that happens to be fine. Then of course you've got the this one. Oh, come on. This one was, this is it. I wanted to kind of just go into,
Pokemon Main Street.
oh yeah, that's the puzzles, yeah, that's it. There we go. So this is to do with the Paldea region, and you've got access to, right, so these are the shiny treasures of ruin. So those are the 4 legendary Pokemon, and you get like a shiny option for each. You do need to check out the official website, and that will give you the information towards it. So we've got Wochien, that'll be available from Wednesday, July 23rd to Sunday, August 3rd, UTC, so I don't know what that is. That's some sort of time zone. Shinpao, which is Monday, August 4th until Sunday, August 17th. That's also okay. Tinglao, which is Monday, 18th of August to Sunday, 31st. And Chiyu, which is Monday, September 1st to Sunday, September 14th. So you've got a space of 2 weeks. The Wochien one starts tomorrow. So try and get that as quickly as you can, because it's just going to take up some more time. If you want them, you're going to have to get them fast. So yeah, just keep that in mind. The stuff to do with Pokemon Champions, it was nice to see a little bit of detail to do with it. No confirmed date outside of some point in 2026, which again, it's fine. It be what it be. But we got to see a little bit of it. So the concept is that you can bring Pokemon from Pokemon Home that you're able to use. You're also able to rent certain Pokemon, and you're able to kind of upgrade the EVs. You're able to give them certain moves at a price, which I think is when you earn certain points. And what else was there to do with it? You have a couple of different modes. You've got the single and double battle modes confirmed. You also have the ability to kind of go into the rank ladder, or to just play your own personal battles separately, whichever you prefer. That's just dependent on what you're kind of looking for. So that all works out. With the Legends, Pokemon Legends ZA, we did get confirmation of a Dragonite that is going to be a Mega Evolved version, and it's going to be taking specific attributes from the Dragonair, which is why you saw quite an emphasis on the trainer having a Dragonair initially, and then it brought out a Dragonite, and then everyone first thought, oh, is that going to be the reveal of Dragonite? Only for a little bit later on in the live stream to actually show the Mega Dragonite go up against the Mega Tyranitar, and emphasizing these kind of rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon that are just able to Mega Evolve on their own without the use of one of the Mega, like, what was it, bracelets. You usually had to have like one of the bracelets on before they could Mega Evolve, but these are just able to do it without meeting those conditions. So that's okay. We've seen a few Pokemon scattered about, so again, that's very much something, when you kind of look back on it, then you'll see if which Pokemon have kind of been revealed to be further into the game. But as kind of a snapshot, I couldn't tell you outright what new Pokemon have been confirmed in this kind of trailer. It was disappointing not to see any other real Mega Evolved Pokemon. I know we saw some of these kind of ones we already have, so we have the Mega Steelix, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Slowbro, Mega Absol was the first one that was shown. and probably some other Mega Evolved Pokemon as well. But we are yet to kind of see any other ones. I know they didn't want to go too heavily into it, and so I can understand that. The main premise of the trailer seems to be showing you a little bit of the storyline. So you become part of this particular team, and there are different people with different skills and abilities, and you kind of join them. You see this kind of leader of this kind of rival group, and he has an Arbok. I am going to say this now, that given that he has an Arbok, and I think Arbok was one of those that was rumoured to have a Mega Evolution, he is the final boss kind of trainer for that area, in all chances are that will be a Mega Arbok. It just wasn't shown today. That's kind of like a soft guess into having that as a new Pokemon, as a new Mega. Overall, I was a bit disappointed about this Pokemon Presents. I might have kind of overhyped it. I would have loved to have seen a Gen 10 of some kind, just some aspect of it. But we're going to have to wait until that is kind of confirmed. I don't know whether they may be wanting to wait on that until a while after the whole thing to do with Legends Z to A is released. So I'm guessing we're not likely to see anything to do with Pokemon Generation 10 until Pokemon Day, which will be, I think it's like late February. If that's to be the case, I know they're definitely working on it right now as we speak. Whether that's going to be instantly available to us, who knows? But it's definitely something they're going to have to be working on right now. As always, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. It really helps support it. Leave me any feedback, any comments you have about any of this Pokemon Presents. I'd love to see kind of what you guys think of it, and I'd love to interact with you guys, see how our opinions kind of differ and kind of work together. And until next time, I will be making separate videos just giving my breakdowns of these different things. But until then, I will